everybody, Debbie here from Easy Piano Styles, and today's lesson is all about the sus4 chord. If you've ever seen that in charts, it just has the name of the chord and then sus4, which stands for a suspension. There's a couple of types of suspensions, but the main two are, the main one really is the suspended fourth. So what you're doing is you're replacing the fourth note of the scale of that chord. You're replacing the third with the fourth. Okay, and I'll show you a little trick to how I get to that, how I do that. But so let's say we have a, I'm going to move the camera over here so you can see. Let's say we have a G sus. So a G sus4, a G7 sus4, we'll use that. So here's our G chord. Then we put the seventh on top. Now the suspension is when you're replacing the third, which is the B, and you replace that with the fourth, which is the C. That's the sound. It's a slight dissonance, but it's not really abrasive. It just has this suspended quality, like it wants to resolve to something, and usually the next chord after that would be a straight seventh chord or major chord. In the song that I'm going to demonstrate with, it is not resolved. There's just that tension, and then that's it. That's the chord. Okay, so when I see a sus4 chord, what I will do in the case of a G sus4 is I'll play the root of the chord down here, G, and then I'll go to the chord that's a whole step below that chord, which in this case would be an F, right? So I would play the F major chord in the right hand and the G in the left hand. And by doing that, you actually get the sus, because the G is the root, the F, you get your seventh, the A gives you a ninth with a little added benefit there, and then you get your C, which turns out to be the suspension, right? So we've replaced the third with the fourth. It's kind of an easy way to get there, kind of a shortcut. So if you see G7 sus, it could just be G sus as well. You play the root of the chord in the left hand, go down a whole step from that in the right hand, which would be an F, and play a major F major triad in the right hand, and this left hand, the G. Voila, you get the suspension. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the song Alfie. Here it is. Nice, huh? Now that could be inverted. So I played the F chord inverted. You can bring the bass down. You can play this inversion. The inversion is up to you where you play. Usually you want to play it, between middle C and higher C, and even a little bit lower. And the left hand can go super low. So I'll play that once again. And here's our G in the left hand and an F chord in the right hand. Ah, nice. Isn't that pretty? Sometimes I even put suspensions in where they don't call for them in a song. But anyway, that is a shortcut to doing a suspension. Suspensions are really, really beautiful sounds. And you're going back. I love suspensions, actually, to be honest with you. And I do put them in. So as a review, what do you do if you put a suspension in? You're simply replacing the third with the fourth, and sometimes you can just go, you can do that, when it's not in the music, you replace the third with the fourth, and then you can resolve it or not resolve it. depends on what the music calls for, and if you're just adding in your own, depends on what you like, what your taste is in that particular part of the song. Okay, so that's it for today, everybody. We had a great class last week on There Will Never Be Another You, and maybe next week or the week after I will be advertising the next song that we'll be learning. So have a nice week, everyone. Take care. Hope you're getting vaccinated, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.